Okay, you all can slowly, mindfully come out of the meditation. Try to maintain whatever inner peace, inner calmness, and inner awareness that you have developed for as long as you can. Then every action, every movement in the present moment, all of your minor movement, aware, blinking of your eye, turning, stretching, or aware, how you come out of your posture, aware. Initially, you may not be able to be in the state of continuous awareness. Never mind. Determine to be aware. Determine to be aware. That it will come. I remember the first time when I did it, that time I was living life at home. It's not a retreat. But I did it. Within 2 weeks, the mindfulness came. Then I bow mindfully. I have a religious routine. Then when I do my meditation, I lie down, I sit, relax, maintain awareness. Then the mindfulness comes. Then later on, the anapanasati also help me until the breathing becomes like that. The mind enters sati. And once mind enters sati, my movement becomes different. And then the mindfulness catch up. The other analogy that Ajahn Jagaro give is very good. He said mindfulness is like the water from the tap. Initially, like no water come out, you're hardly aware throughout the day. Then suddenly, release a bit, then there is a drip, slowly forming drip. Means once a blue moon, aware, mindful. Then later on, the drip become easier to form, drop faster, drip, drip. Then later, the drip become no interval. It's like a stream. That time your mind enters sati already. Then when you develop until very stable, it's like the tap you on, the water just come out. Then later on your Monday might collapse. No need bath already. The water is always flowing. Means the mindfulness, the awareness nature from inside, the true mind, shine for already. Means what? The mundane mind that cloud you, that gross mind that has a lot of mental formation, images, memories, phobia, stigma, all those things collapse. There are no more delusion. When you have no more delusion, your wisdom energy is different. The wisdom energy becomes very fine, very fine. And the very fine wisdom energy, I remember, your brain here, the whole brain transform inside there, transform. And it reached a point like, I cannot like think like normal. If I think, the stress inside, I can feel the very fine suffering. At that time, the mind very sensitive. Then during that time, the nature will tell you, you want to suffer? Go and think. Then I realize, to know something also, like to perceive something, also stress. That type of stress, you take for granted. Every day you see things, then you through your memory, views, opinion, continue react. You do so much thing, yet you don't feel the stress. You are not sensitive, understand? You don't have mindfulness. You are not aware. You don't have that type of wisdom energy that has space within thought to actually be aware of all this. That's why later on, when you have all this sensitivity, your mind cannot be in that state of stress or what already. The slightest movement inside there, you can feel it. Then later on, I remember the brain like lock. You know what is lock or not? Like Like you cannot hold on to think on. No. You want to remember things like last time, I commit to memory, you cannot. That's why sometimes I have to ask you why I come to here. Because I don't have memory of what I say. The moment I say, that one is gone. The moment I say, that one is gone. And everyone that come out is from here one. No understanding, nothing come out. Got understanding, come out. Then when you tell me what I shared before, I can recollect. When I recollect, I know how to continue. Well, I will know why the causes and conditions for this Dhamma to flow based on the understanding. Then later on I remember this brain like, look, yeah. Then here very funny, the forehead here. It's like something inside there. I don't know how to describe it. It's like there's something inside there. Then I realize it's slowly like move, move, move. Then until slowly over, I think a few weeks. Then this one suddenly move until somewhere here. Then suddenly one day, the whole thing like a layer of consciousness, one layer that mundane mind that grows on, just drop off. That's why I like Ajahn Buddhadasa. He got a statue there, Avalokiteshvara. He put a veil in front. He said, when you realize enlightenment, it's like the wheel of ignorance. You know the word wheel or not? How to spell, you know? Good. V-E-I-L. He said, it's like the wheel of ignorance. Drop off. When I saw this in his temple, my nature was full of joy because it happened to me in 1989, later, end of 1989. After I connect 9 months later, I remember. So when this one dropped off, the mundane Maya like completely disappear, like the cloud all dispersed now. Then the sun's rays shine forward. That's why this awareness nature inside there shine forward. Then suddenly, I fully aware, completely aware. Then I look at nature, I look at even my house, everything becomes so different now. The pristine beauty and wonder of life now. Just like Ekhan, after he suddenly went in, then he come out, everything different. He said the room he stay for umpteen years has been the way it is, and he never pay attention to all this, and he can never see them until that transformation happened. He come out, he suddenly like, how come everything like that? Everything become like so clear, so pristine. Then like nothing in front there to disturb you. Then the mind is like, later on I came to know this is a supramundane mind. But I need a mind to live. Like Hui Ling don't have mundane mind, he got a mind. That is the supramundane mind. Or you call it the true mind. The awareness nature, it come out. So that one, like, you are not thinking one, no. Like no image, nothing one, no. Then funny thing is that whole thing is awareness itself. No. That's why when I look at phenomena, when I look at nature, I look at my house, everything, the universal characteristic everywhere. No. Yeah, I realize how come like that? That's why later on I realized that I share with you all, truth is everywhere. You remember? Maybe you should read. Truth is everywhere. Why can't you see? Very good. For those who see, they always see. And what is this truth? Universal characteristic, understand that? 3 universal means anicca, dukkha, anatta. One end or two end? One end or two end, anicca? One. Double K, yeah?
Yes.
Every phenomenon, everything I come to perceive has this characteristic on it. That's why during that time, I was sitting alone at home. Then I remember I told my wife, I said, how come like that one? I don't know what happened. Then for 1 week I was in that state. Then later on I reflected, I contemplated. I said, this is crazy. Book also never write. Nobody has ever, I should say, comment about this or share anything about this. That's why after that, I start to understand everything. And everything becomes very clear. Everywhere I see Dhamma is everywhere, truth is everywhere. The Dhamma is like everything related to what the Buddha teach. And existence is like so beautiful. So me, I can just sit down at home, admire the marvel of nature. Everything I come to perceive is so pristine, so beautiful. Even the ugly, dirty floor or river or stream or whatever. Because you no longer use memory. You see things as they are. Then that mundane mind that do all those funny things one cannot do anymore. But the specific phenomenal awareness can see the moment of its arising, sustenance and passing away. Every phenomenon is so clear. Then the whole TV, the moment, no matter how far the awareness is here. That's why it see the characteristic of impermanent everywhere. Then every perception is like that. Every awareness is like that, specific phenomenal awareness. All of nature is like that. You all strive so hard to see anicca, dukkha, anatta, and some more use the thought and strive, go retreat in and out. That's why I say you do this awareness one. Then later on, when you can develop until try, you locate the gateway. When this one collapses, no need to see. It shine forth, understand? Like the sun's ray. Past few days cloudy, cannot see sun. Just now you know the sun was so hot. For that moment, when the cloud dispersed. So your nature is like the sun's ray. Does the sun ray ever stop coming? We are obstructed, and otherwise it never stop coming. It's all the while that your true mind, your true nature, awareness nature is like that, aware. So when there is nothing to cloud and obscure, then that nature will see, it will awaken. Then it see and understand totally differently from the thought, understand? You know what is the thought? Distract you, make you lost in thought, preoccupied in that thought. So that one is actually the creation, the magician that your awareness nature create. Remember, spacious awareness, then you focus, you perceive, you think, sankarasanya, then this one become a thought. Understand? Then when you are inside here with the content, how can you know anything else outside of it? Understand? That's why I told you, man can only do one thing at a time. Either you are aware without thought, then the awareness is aware of the whole existence or specific phenomena existence when I pay attention. The phenomenon, the movement, specific phenomenon, or spacious awareness. Spacious awareness means I just stay silent. All movement activity within the phenomenal world of the phenomena, I can see. I want to know, I can know. That is what mindfulness is, awareness is, sati is. So now we given this explanation and understanding, I hope you understand. Because the moment you are with the five aggregate, you are no longer aware. True or not? Because what is sati? Awareness before the knowing. How do you know? You have to perceive through memory. The aggregate of mind come out. Even I told you, feeling is very near the awareness. Why? When you aware, no feeling one. You remember I do the dynamic meditation? The itchiness, the feeling? When I develop continuous mindfulness, it's like a type of energy, pure awareness energy. Like you call what? It's like something like not scrape. Scrape means cắt ngang layer. This one very soothing one. It's like a layer of that pure energy. When it go through that area which is itchy, when the pure awareness is there, your whole nature's awareness is there. Then that area, because there is itchy, I realize that feeling disappear. How I know it disappear? Not because no more itchy. Because I slow down the mindfulness. The moment I slow it down, I didn't do the continuous mindfulness. You know what happened? The itchiness come back. That's why I know. Just like the early year when I was in the university, I was doing this absorption meditation. Then I blanked the mind and went into continuous mindfulness and absorbed into it. The energy was so strong. It shut off my sense door. You understand? That one shut off my sense door is so that there is no contact. Understand? The sense data cannot create contact. That's why when I have this absorption energy, I told you like a cylinder of energy here, very still. Lightning or whatever, it cannot affect me. My senses is like not affected anymore. It's like screen from my mind stay inside. Then I don't have to know outside. So all this, when you meditate, you will have the ability. So explaining this is to let you understand. The moment you arise the aggregate of mind means you are lost in thought. Even that feeling, the pure feeling. When you are aware, there is no aggregate of mind. Because mindfulness is awareness before the knowing, before the arising of the aggregate of mind. Understand? So either you are silent completely with the awareness nature to be aware, either specific phenomena or spacious awareness without a center, or this one, like what I draw, spatial awareness, go and focus, create a thought. Understand? The sixth sense thought. The external data imprint, upon contact, you trigger off. This thing in the midst of life, do you know, you have to function as a human being, and they actually move very fast, especially when you are living life, even driving, even at home, because you tend to see, hear, smell, taste, and the worst one is tactile. Then worst one is thinking, the thought non-stop. Understand? Then you keep on reacting to sense experience, like and dislike, pleasant and experience. Then suddenly fear, worry, anxiety. Then sometimes unhappy, sorrow, lamentation. Then problem. Everywhere is problem. Then feel something. Ayo, is it cholesterol? Heart attack? Then cannot be. Wow, prostate. Then breast got lump, cancer. So much thing, tactile can trigger off fear like that. Then when you see somebody, see something, it trigger off memory. Wow, last time I was like that. Luckily, all this thinking, especially that mind law, this one, it will distract you and make you heedless. There is no possibility of you be mindful and aware unless you develop what? Develop awareness, followed by when you aware, you develop what? You see things as they are, you insight into phenomena, you develop what? Wisdom. Wisdom. And this wisdom is what? When you contemplate, reflect. Yoniso manasikara, understand or not? Unless you have yoniso manasikara, wisdom born of the Dhamma training, Dhamma understanding, that one will prompt you. At the moment of sense experience, prompt you. Then you no longer like last time. Understand or not? Everything also panic, everything also worry. Not only you worry, later on, your loved one, everything become like your problem. Then not only your children, your loved one, your spouse, your grandchildren also you will worry. Understand? Then a lot of things, your mind will just lashes onto it, because your sakkayaditthi is so strong. You think you exist. That egoic mind, that personality is so strong. That's why this mundane mind, to break sakkayaditthi is not so easy one. Without yoniso manasikara and awareness, wisdom born of this awareness, I can tell you, no way. What you understand is, most of the time, Dhamma knowledge, not applicable to life. That's why you talk about letting go. Who let go? The one without wisdom try to practice letting go. You try lah. You can go and practice that practice for umpteen years until the cow come home. The cow know how to come home. So all this is what the understanding. When you understand, you reverse and straighten your view, and you do things differently. That's why I say, stabilize your awareness. Before I came for the retreat, I reminded a lot of them that this retreat, you can stabilize your awareness enough already, then go back, continue. Then the understanding will come by itself. With sati, like I say, no need to see. It see itself, understand? No need to be like, how come I can't see? How come I can't progress? How come I can't awaken? It's because the mundane mind is doing all those funny things and nonsense, understand? When you are lost in thought, become Hitler, how can you be aware? How can you be mind? So, for the fourth stage of Avijja Sutta, what is it? Yoniso manasikara, understand? First, Kayamittaship, got Dhamma friend. Then, opportunity time to listen to Dhamma, which you all have. Then, your faith, the third step, your faith in the Triple Gem, unshakable. Most of you all have, I think, by now. Then after that, once you have the faith, the virya, sati will be developed. Once sati developed, the initial wisdom will come. Especially the first turning leading to the second turning, contemplative wisdom. That's why I call it the initial wisdom. When that one comes, your mind starts to transform. Because that one will prompt you at the moment of time. Then, instead of reacting and stirring, the Dhamma take over. Understand? Sabbe sankara anicang, sabbe sankara dukkang, sabbe dhamma anatta. Then this one, not deluded, right? Doesn't move away. Then I teach you on all those things. Learn to see things as they are. Then I give you the answer. The world is the world. People are just the way they are. Actually, the Buddha also said, whatever arises, there are causes and conditions. Means, whatever happens within this moment cannot be otherwise. Understand? That's why this is the reality, isness of thing. Krishnamurti called it what is, the isness of thing. You cannot argue with nature. You cannot argue with what is. If you want thing your way, which is not the reality or nature's way, you suffer. So all this understanding, including what my teacher teach me, only mighty nature ruling by, understand? He know you, he know me. Form and mind, form and mind. Then all the other understanding that I share with you, 来也空，去也空, understand? Then you realize the foolishness of living life without understanding. Then in between, actually is emptiness, understand? The universal characteristic is so clear. Then the example is when you are born into the, you don't bring along anything. I mean physical, tangible. When you die, you cannot bring along anything too. Then everything is empty. Come empty, go empty. In between, you think you own, you think you possess. You fight, you struggle. End up what? Getting afflicted, misery, then some disease, sick, over what? Emptiness. 胃空流泪, understand? That's why when you listen to all this, that time I heard meditate, I was actually 10 years old already. I went to the cinema, the 土龙刀, you know there's a title. 什么土龙刀来? No. 倚天剑 and 土龙刀. The blind monk, the blind what? The one they call it, yeah. No. 那个世间主 blind one, the 3 monk trap him one, 什么王金丝王他的名字是雪训是吗？是不是雪训？I think it's 雪训。So he was trapped down there. Well, he last time got tricked by his master. Then he go and like kill a lot of 江湖人. Then end up he realized he kena con. So he want to go after the master that actually tricked him. He couldn't succeed, but finally he got the 土龙刀. Then he got the one of the related one, because they all got very difficult their story. I watched it long time ago. So what happened was he was finally hunted by everybody who don't like him. Then Shaolin Si, the 3 great monks, they managed to catch him. They scared he escaped. But passed to these 3 very highly trained monks, Gao Shen. They trapped him down into a dark area with a very heavy cap down there with the chain in their hand. So he cannot come out. Then they keep on chanting. Then one of the chanting got this one, 来也空，去也空，那么施主何必苦苦为空流泪? After he heard that one, he lost his desire or strong intent to kill the master, everything. He like suddenly realized, blind also never mind. Then he know it's coming. Then he willing to let them take his life. So that time I was still a kid, I think 10 years old. When I heard that, I got a lot of joy. Then I can remember one. That time I English educated, but I can remember. That's why when there is Dhamma, like Huimen, straight away that nature understand. Then when I 17 years old, you remember, I look at the sky, then I was inquiring, who am I? What am I? What am I doing here? One of the 6-7 billion human beings. Understand? And our planet is one of the minute, miserable planet of this solar system. Every sun is a potential, every star is a potential sun, some bigger, some smaller. And countless out there. Based on science, I know. Then suddenly inside say, you must meditate to understand. This one is because of my bohi mind that I planted, understand? That's why when I was in Form 4, Form 5, I studied science. After I studied science, of course, maths also, then this one activated now. Because I look at the planet, the star, then all these things like give me the condition to reflect now. Then I was inquiring at that time, who am I, what am I doing here? That time I don't know Dhamma, I haven't even studied the Dhamma, I don't even, then like I told you when after Form 5, a few of my classmates want to search for truth, We went to all the religion except Buddhism. Because I thought what my mother do was Buddhism. Can negotiate the dainty. I help you, you help me. Slaughter chicken, offer. Oh. So, because I help you, offer all this, you help me. My children study well, my children recover from the sickness. So I look at that one, I say, if this is Buddhism, forget about it. That's why when I received that book in 1972, what Buddhists believe, Chief Reverend first book, he wrote inside there, these are traditional Chinese, traditional Chinese culture and belief system, right, and ritual. Wow, then I got a joy. Then I want to know what Buddhism. And suddenly I saw the Four Noble Truths. I said, no need to search it. Because the moment I saw, I said, nobody in this universe, especially the Buddha, supposed to be 2,600 years ago, can summarize all his understanding into just Four Noble Truths. All of life, mundane and supramundane. He has to be the real one. How did I know all this? That time nobody taught me anything. I haven't even go into Buddhism. I only a student, learn some science. It's because the body mind activate all this, understand or not? Then my mission is from there it moves. That's why what I study is meant to be one. I came from a village where my parents, nobody passed standard 6 one last time, my brother's time. Then later on got a few passed and I said, nobody passed Form 3 one. No. Then when I went to Form 5, it's like a miracle already. Then when I scored 7 A's that year, 1971, nobody believed. I was helping my father in the medicine shop. I every day help him open the shop, close the shop, dust everything. I do my duty very well. Then somebody came and bought something from my shop. Then after that he talked to me. He said, you heard? I said, heard what? He said, our village got somebody score 7A, MCE, You believe? I look at him. I don't know what to tell him. Oh, like that. You don't believe? I said. He said, how can? Nobody passed Form 3. If he passed Form 5, also miracle already, he said. Then after that, he walked away. That's why I tell myself, how come like that? So, all these the impossible can become possible. Why? Not because I'm very smart, or because the nature is like that. And I used to share with Kayamita, you remember? Standard 1, Standard 2. Standard 1, I was last in the class. Standard 2, second last. Why? My father sent me English school. I don't know English. So all the subject is 0. Then Standard 2, all subject is 0 except arithmetic, 100 mark. Yeah, I look at the card, I no need to add, no need to count, no need to subtract, I know. Yeah, 3 cards, I see 2 cards, I know what is the third card I want. Then I see the 3 cards, I know how many points already. No need to add one. No need to sing song, or no need. I look, I know. I look, I know. So because of that, the one that joined me, my father's neighbor's son, he was the last after that. Just Standard 1, I was the last. Then Standard 2, he was the last. I second last. But Standard 3 onward, I did so well. I went and joined the elite class, Standard 4 special. You know why 4 special? My school, 6 years, I can jump 2 years. You need 4 years to finish only. Where is the best school in Kedah? So that's how I came up. The moment I know the language, my mind very different. I understand very fast, and I did very well academically. So a lot of things that I want to share with you is because this nature, when you plant the seed of Bodhi, when you have this type of nature, I tell you, when you come, you are very different. You are very different. Yeah. That's why I look back my life. I say, how come like that? It's nothing to do with luck, understand? is your blessing, your understanding, the way you develop your evolution. I call it evolution because life after life you come, you evolve, understand? No? So the evolution got two parts, karmic nature, spiritual nature. Okay? Yeah, enough story, yeah? Now we continue. Tell me. Huh? Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Page 107. Huh?
Page 107, 20th Heart Sutra class, Part 1, 1.1. The first three stages of purification. The 7 stages of purification are important cultivation, especially so the first 3 purification, which are purification of morality, purification of mind, and purification of views. Part 2, Heart Sutra, Lesson 20, Sariputta, page 47 to 50. 1.2 Definition. With precepts and samadhi complete and bright, the pearl light appears. The pearl light refers to the relics of the enlightened one. The wisdom is within you. How do you meet it? Put down your upside down mind and let go of your false thinking or deluded mind. Earnestly work hard at your meditation. False thinking mind is the mundane, deluded, heedless mind.
Now you know why Xuanhua say put down all this. Understand? No? But normal people, the mundane mind is so strong, so active, because of the grasping nature. Then how can you put it down? I ask you one very simple question. If you have not developed the stability of mind, I ask you not to think. You try. Can you be in a moment without thought? That moment without thought is a pure mind. You try. I asked my classmate who had problem and depression and all those things. He asked me, hey, you meditate, you teach people meditation. Can explain to me how to meditate? I said, can. Then the first question I asked him, I said, can you stay in the moment and don't think? No thought. Then he tried. Oh, he said, can, no, like impossible. He said, so much thing inside there. Understand? The unfinished business, the worry, the anxiety, all the problem, unresolved one, waiting, then family problem, a lot of First Noble Truth related problem, health problem. Then he got this, what they call depression, until he took pill now. He got panic attack one. He need to take the psychiatrist chemical imbalance type of pill to resolve his panic attack. He said suddenly when he travel drive halfway, the panic attack will come on. Then like suicidal one. Then he got to stop the car and take the pill and rest inside the car. Very serious. Then he very kanchong one, like very nervous throughout the day. Oh. And because of that he smoked. He smoked. Wow, heavy smoker. So I say, luckily you smoke. Why did I say that? Why did I say that? Luckily you smoke. Calm down is correct. When you smoke is anapanasati, understand? No? Breathing in, breathing out. The throat, that is a tea, that moment. But don't because I say you're going to smoke. So I say, luckily you smoke. He said, smoking have I? He said, no wonder I have it smoke. I say, you don't smoke, you die already. Because they cannot understand what is going on. Then later on, he kena until he got no choice. He contacted Suyan. He attended the Thursday class. But come a few lessons only after that, cannot. And then, you know what he did? He come to my house direct. He talked to me for 3 hours. He want to solve his problem that make him panic until like that. He got one project. He is a consultant. I think his engineer fumbled and did something wrong. until people threatened to sue him and ask him to compensate and all those things. Then it may involve, you know, 丢牌啊，丢牌 is what? 干动 your license to practice. Oh, that fear, the panic. Then I look at him. I said, no problem, what? He looked at me, I said, where got problem? He said, like that, not serious, no problem. I said, my whole company can go bankrupt. I said, where's the problem? If you don't perceive it with negativity to project your thought and develop the fear, the anxiety, and the panic attack, got problem or not? I said, these are reality. When you make mistake, like that, other consultant also say me that. Clear now? This is life, understand now? Happened already. What must you do? Calm down. You know why he see me? Because I worked for him before I retire. Every time his problematic project, he passed to me. He said, you can help. He was my classmate in MU. So that was what happened. Hotel Istana, he sent 4 or 5 senior engineers. Nobody dare to go there. Kena bamboo by the client, bamboo by the architect and all things. Because they cannot handle. Then finally he came to me, he said, no choice already. He said, come. You must help take over the farm. So thick now the farm. Luckily that time after 89, I already had the understanding. So I wanted to test myself, I came out. That's why I helped him. Because he helped me before in the university on the 2nd year. I borrowed his motorbike, I got an accident. Then the Volvo fellow who actually caused the accident agreed to pay for everything. Then I brought the motorbike back. Wow, at first when he saw the motorbike, he like asked, what happened? I said, sorry, accident. Then accident means what? Kena pay already. Then I said, don't worry. Then he looked at me, what? I said, the Volvo guy give me a card. All the repair, you can call him and he will come and pay. Wow, he said, thank you. A lot of part I want to change. He was just sad. Then he become my good friend, well, Hakka also. Then he photostat book in the uni. He sell to me cheaper 2 ringgit cheaper. That's how I came to know him. Then we become quite close. Then because of that motorbike incident, I make a pure wish. I say if there is condition, I will come out and help him. And that year, Chinese New Year, before I came out and joined him, he came to my house. All the classmates came. We were gathering there, Chinese New Year. Chinese New Year, chit-chat. Then that time, 1989, 86, 87, recession, a lot of people out of job. 88 years about to recover. Then beginning of 89, that time, everybody talking about retirement. He suddenly said he need a senior engineer. Because his old company got a JKR job, a highway job, 80 million contract. He cannot find. Then I listened, then everybody laughed at him. He said, recession, you look for senior engineer for what? Then he told us the contract. Then after that, I recall what I actually made as a POE. Then I gave him a call. I said, you sure or not? I said, I don't mind come out and help you. Wow, he panicked, he know I super skilled, comfortable there. He said, I cannot pay you. I said, don't worry about pay. I come out and help you. I come out and help you. Well, I want to come out and test myself in the private sector also. And at the same time, fulfill that pure wish to help him. Then he said, okay. He asked me, how much is my super skill? That time super skill only less than 4,000, all in, with all the perks, everything. Entertainment, allowance, housing, 3,000 something only. I think less than 4,000. But big money, that time. Oh, that time was big money. I was starting pay 650 something only. G-Ways time maybe 400.
554.
550.
4.
554. Mine is 658. Then super skill within 3 years, shoot out to almost 4,000. Very happy. Then he said, oh, like that I can afford this contract, I can afford it. The contract is big. So that's how I joined him. So when I joined him, he realized after I joined him, he fat that now. Every year make a lot of money. Then pay 6 month bonus. Last time, cut pay until cannot pay, salary also utang. But suddenly, because I went there, that project, 2%, I got one staff and myself, I work on that. Government project, you know what is the fee? About 3-4% of the contract sum, 80 million. 3-4% is how much? 100 million easier. 4% is how much? 4 million, no? So let's say 3 million, okay? And within 2 years, habis, the whole office overhead, less than 25,000, no? 1 year, how much? 300,000. That fee alone can last him 10-20 years. Understand? That's why he very happy until the bank call out. How come your company got so much cash in the account? Luckily that time no AMLA, anti-money laundering. Then they say, you don't invest one. How come got so much money? Because suddenly so much money went into the account. So because of that, I went over and helped them. All the project hardcore on, I clear for him. Then all recover and the company become very famous after that. Then he scared I leave and join private sector somewhere else. He asked the Tuan Haji, the other partner, to tell me, apart from the 6 month bonus, every year 2 increment. He make the money already. So because of that, what I want to tell you is how to solve that problem. Because I worked in the company before, I said, you explain to me how you fumble. I said, this is the reality, don't panic. Admit, understand now. Admit can die. Because the piece of land that the developer bought, he didn't have expert to help him to check opinion. So he also don't know. So his engineer think it's a normal piece of land, standard. So do the budgeting, the what they call estimate, standard, give the figure. Then they found out the boundary of this piece of land and the neighbor, a lot of problem. Then inside there, swamp. So the earthwork all cost overrun, like skyrocketed. I said, your problem. I said, we didn't check. I said, how can you check? You think the client willing to let you survey the whole thing? Understand now? Do all the soil investigation before the project even start. I say, whatever you come to know, you collect the data, then in the meeting, confidently explain to the client. Don't try to justify now. Say, your piece of land is like that. This is what we found. So now we have to revise all our estimate. I say the worst case scenario is what? What is the worst case scenario? The client bosong lah, that's not bamboo you lah. After that, worst case is don't want to let you become consultant lah. Is that so terrible? Wow, the moment he heard that, he calmed down. Oh yeah, worst case scenario. I don't want to join. I said like that also got problem. Then after that, he settled down. Then he said, wow, thank you. After that he drive up. And then until now no need to come to see me. Understand? That was 10 over years ago. So to solve problem, when you have the Dhamma understanding, first thing I tell you is what? Don't panic, don't react, and don't stir your mind. Understand now? Accept the reality then with a calm mind, investigate. Ask yourself, what happened? Then how can I resolve it amicably? How can I move? Apply no way for power, understand not? Develop all this understanding. Okay, continue. Tell me.
Part 3 Meditation 3.1 Developing the meditation. To develop the meditation, the body and mind must be in harmony. That is, they must both in a relaxed state and at ease. At ease means no stress, no tension, no tightness within the physical body, and no fear, no worry, no restlessness, and no anxiety, etc. within the mind. Both body and mind are completely relaxed and at ease. The stress and tension within the physical body and mental arise because of one's heedless living via lack of mindfulness or attentiveness to live life. The heedless living arises because human beings tend to have a lot of problems and worries. They worry about their children, their education, and their future, worry about their own health, their career. Work-related
Career and work-related problems.
Thank you. Career and work-related problems, their relationship with their loved ones, their financial problem, their investment, business, wealth and possessions, etc. This is the reason why the Buddha said to meditate one must keep one's precepts to avoid all evil so that one's karma is taken care of via less heedless living. Hence, this is the reason why the Buddha has advocated the cultivation of the following: Sila, morality or precepts; Samadhi, meditation; Panya, wisdom; and Dana, generosity to build up the parami for goodness to arise; Sila, morality or precepts; and Bhavana, meditative discipline which is inclusive of Samadhi and Panya. 3.2 Can enlightenment be attained through listening without meditation? Can one attain enlightenment through only listening and without meditation? Brother Teo replied, yes, and there are many cases of this happening even during the time of the Buddha, like Venerable Kondanya and Sariputta, and many others. Normally, such people are able to awaken only through hearing because of their past cultivation and parami. Most of these people have in fact cultivated very sincerely and diligently before in the past, so that is the reason why in this life they will have the condition to awaken just via hearing the Dhamma. This hearing of the Dhamma actually corresponds to the first training wisdom called Sutta Maya Panya, wisdom born of hearing the Sutta or discourse of the Buddha. 3.3 How to apply the Dhamma to deal with someone who is difficult. Question 2. How do we apply the Dhamma to deal with someone who is very irritable, throw things in front of you, and rather unfriendly towards you? Apparently, he is such because of the way he has been brought up, so we can't really blame him, and I don't know how to deal with him. Brother Teo replied, is he or she one of your family member or friend? Yes, she is one of my family members. To apply the Dhamma is very simple. Just follow the Noble Eightfold Path. She is just the way she is, so have the right understanding or right view to accept her for what she is. Then you will be at peace. If not, you will react and perceive her with the negativity which you had described via your question. This is the suffering that will arise when you are with people whom you don't like, as described by Buddha under the First Noble Truth, and the cause behind is your craving born of your delusion. So to overcome the delusion and craving, you will have to accept her as what she is, then learn to arise the right thought, pleasant and gentle right speech, following the Noble Eightfold Path to deal with her. Do not react or reason with her because it will not bring about a solution to her so-called problem or negativity as you have perceived earlier. Have love and goodness of heart to understand her, radiate metta and make aspiration to help her change for the better. All this will help, With mindfulness, observe her and await the right condition to consult her.
Counsel.
Counsel her, thank you. Counsel her and bring her into the Dhamma fold when conditions are appropriate. Slowly, with patience, loving kindness, and wisdom, she will come to accept you one of these days.
So this is how you apply. Manyuan smiled because she is the one that asked the question. Then she changed, she learned. That's why she become very different, very beautiful now. So this one how many years ago? Okay, next page.
Page 110, 21 Sutta class. Part 1, 1.1 Purification of Sila, Citta, and Ditthi. Purification of Sila or morality or virtue, Citta or mind or content of consciousness, and Ditthi or view, followed by purification by knowledge and vision of overcoming doubt, are all very important cultivation. This is especially so for the first three purification where one must get it right. The understanding of Dhammapada verse 183 on the advice of all Buddhas is also very important, for it based on a deep understanding born of right view with regards to the law of karma. Starting, of course, with the first advice, all evil is to be avoided. So our first inquiry must be, what constitutes evil? The three evil roots of greed, hatred, and delusion are the roots of all evil. So if your mental intention behind all your actions, speeches, and thought processes are with these evil roots, then they will condition you to become very evil. Hence, create one's negative karma, via you reap what you sow. Take, for example, selfishness and anger. Once these evil roots are there, they can condition one to kill and harm and take advantage of a situation for their personal selfish gains. Sankhara.
Selfish gains.
Selfish gains. Sankhara, mental states or content of consciousness. There are 52 of them, and some are wholesome and some are unwholesome. So we need mindfulness and heedfulness to be aware of them so that we can avoid evil via this heedful mind. With heedfulness and sati or mindfulness, we can see clearly how our mind gets conditioned into negativities. Mind states with these three evil roots via our own ignorance and self-delusion. How we get ourselves entangled with the evil mind states of anger, hatred, selfishness, lust, envy, and jealousy, fear, worry, and anxieties, etc. through our lack of understanding of the noble truth, thereby conditioning us to grasp and cling on to the unreal, which has three universal characteristics of impermanence, suffering, state, and non-self, come empty nature of all phenomena. Without wisdom, we will not understand how we are conditioned into negativity. Understanding the third noble truth that suffering need not be. If we had developed the wisdom before confronting the first noble truth, reality of life and existence, is very important, and that enlightenment in the here and the now is possible. It's possible once we have awakened to the three universal characteristics of nature. With wisdom and awareness or sati, one can just be aware and let things be, by seeing things as they are, and then there will be no more suffering. One can then just accord and flow with conditions without any resistance. Hence there is no suffering and unhappiness. We are wanting things our way, which is not nature's way or the reality, which is what is. We cannot argue with what is. Sati or mindfulness, which is the first enlightenment factor and most important spiritual faculty, is very important because without sati there is no heedfulness, and without heedfulness there is no spiritual life. Without sati one cannot investigate the Dhamma, second factor of enlightenment, to strengthen one's faith and virya. one must investigate into the following important Dhammapada verses 1, 2, 21, 22, 23, and 183, and confirm that these truths stand up to investigation, thereby establishing our faith in the law of karma as explained by the Buddha to reaffirm our right view with regards to the law of karma. All of sankhara or mental activities inclusive of all our feelings and perceptions are impermanent, for they arise and passes away constantly and are in a state of continuous flux. Thought activities also come and go, arise and pass away, its birth and death appearing and disappearing, exhibiting its characteristic of impermanence constantly. With wisdom within, one sees it clearly, whereas the mundane mind without wisdom is very heedless. My teacher used to tell me, finally, there is only pure awareness, which is the true mind. This I came to realize later when rather gross, mundane, or thinking mind collapsed, leading to the true mind, which is just pure awareness and silence within. It is very fine and like no more mind. It is like the pure nature of awareness, just shining forth when the mundane mind is no more.
This is the same description and explanation I gave you just now.
But there is such a thing as life, even though it is only within the moment. As we have established earlier on, the past is already gone, hence it is not a reality anymore. Similarly, the future has yet to happen, so it is also not a reality. Hence, the only reality is existence is only the present moment, and moment to moment life passes by. What are you doing? Every thought just arises and passes away very quickly. So as real as it can be, it is therefore existed only within that moment where it arises. After that it is gone, dead and gone. So do wake up and do not dream or sleep anymore. The phenomenal world of consciousness is not what you think. As long as you are not deluded to grasping and clinging, then you are okay and you won't be afflicted. So don't hold, don't grasp, and don't cling attached to anything, even though memory.
Even through memory. True.
Okay, thank you. Even through memory, then you will be free and peaceful always, without delusion and ignorance. You are beautiful. When you can see things as they are, then you will not be deluded by them. The form and mind will be clear to you, then there will be no more entanglement to cause you any more mental suffering. The reason being the mind has awakened to the three universal characteristics of anicca, dukkha, and anatta, hence no longer gullible. With heedfulness well established, the mind is constantly aware of all your mental movements and intentions. You will come to know how you are conditioned into negativity via your mind's delusion that condition you to grasp and cling on to your five aggregates of form and mind as the I, me, and the mind. You will also come to know how your likes and dislikes comes to be via your reaction to what you see and perceive at the moment of sense experiences when you lack wisdom or yoniso manasikara, wise attention at the moment of sense experience. You will come to experience all of the Four Noble Truths, the dependent origination or 12 links, and how your mind functions via witnessing the 12 links occurring within your mind. Always be aware within and develop the ability to use the trained mind in heedfulness to cultivate the penetrative wisdom born of the direct seeing. To clearly awaken to the three universal characteristics of anicca, dukkha, anatta, to liberate your mind, ye will come to witness how all your feelings arise and pass away like a bubble. All of your perceptions, activities of mind and mental consciousness also exhibit the same characteristic of impermanence, leading to your ability to realize their anatta and suffering nature within all phenomena. Part 2, Heart Sutta, Lesson 21. Form does not differ from emptiness, page 51 to 57. 2.1. Form is emptiness and emptiness is form. This concept of form is emptiness and emptiness is form is very difficult to grasp, and most people cannot understand this. There are also some Buddhists of the Theravada tradition who think that the Mahayana teaching is not authentic because they do not accept the Heart Sutta teaching that said
they cannot accept.
Because they cannot accept the Heart Sutta teaching that they said that said form is emptiness and emptiness is form. But for those who understand, there is no such problem, because basically the Buddha's teaching on anatta as presented in the Theravada tradition also gives the same meaning for anatta as non-self and empty nature of all phenomena, and sunyata or emptiness. For whatever that is impermanent, it is not a permanent unchanging entity that we can cling on to and say, this is me or these are mine. That is, they cannot be owned and possessed. Ultimately, they are all mind-made and empty, because form and mind are all conditioned arising phenomenon. Hence, hey no me and hey no you. Also, the Buddha always said, Rupang anicang, Rupang anatta. Before something exists in space, there is only space or emptiness. So form, which occupies that empty space later, does not have different characteristics with that emptiness space. So in form, you are able to see and understand the principle of emptiness, and hence not get attached. If we go direct into the mind, then we will know that all knowing comes from mind, as mind is the forerunner of all things. So everything is only consciousness appearing and disappearing. So how real can it be? This is the reason why it is empty, because it is just a mental image conjured by consciousness, which is like the great magician, as explained by the Buddha via his analogy of the 5 aggregates of form and mind. Part 3, Meditation 3.1. 3 universal characteristics of impermanent suffering state and non-self or empty nature. All phenomena, whether physical, mental, or nature's phenomena, exhibit these 3 universal characteristics of impermanent suffering state and non-self or empty nature. Take for example, our in and out breath, our footsteps, our heartbeat, our feeling, our perception, our thoughts and consciousness, and our bodily vibration, etc. They are all continuously arising and passing away, following nature's law. See their appearing and disappearing, birth and death, rise and fall, and the moment of its arising, its sustenance, its disappearance, and its disappearance, clearly via the silent mind in direct seeing, to awaken to their 3 universal characteristics of anicca, dukkha, and anatta, so as to break free from the sakkaya ditthi or self-delusion. See clearly its condition arising phenomena. That is how when condition arise, the phenomena comes to be, and how when the supporting condition for its sustenance are still there, then the phenomena will continue to exist, and how when any of the supporting conditions cease to be, then it will lead to the disappearance or cessation of the phenomenon. This will lead to the comprehension of its impermanence and non-self or empty nature clearly. Then you will come to understand that if you try to hold or cling onto things and want them your way, which is not nature's way, suffering will come to be. This is how you react to your sense perception or bare delusion that conditions your evil roots to arise. Evil roots are the roots of all evil, hence they have the power to condition you into negativity via your evil actions, speech, and thought. This is the reason why heedfulness to understand all this is very important, and with heedfulness you will be able to constantly investigate the Dhamma as taught by the Buddha to confirm that they are the truth hence re-establishing your faith and reaffirming your right view. The Buddha Puja and Buddhist devotional practices, as taught by the Buddha, are very useful practices recommended by the Buddha to help us develop the 5 spiritual faculties of Saddha, Viriya, Sati, Samadhi, and Panya, needed for us to receive and understand his teaching more easily. Silence your mind to do the Buddha Puja with very strong faith and confidence in the Buddha and his teaching via understanding who he is and how special and great he is. Then bow mindfully. This will develop a very strong, calm, composed mind leading to the establishment of the Viriya and Sati. Then with the strong Saddha and Viriya, you bow mindfully to pay respect or reverential salutation to the Buddha, to decondition the heedless thinking that you have arisen throughout the day, thereby calming the mind to develop the stable Sati or mindfulness within. The reason being, this constant bowing and chanting of the Buddha's name as practiced by the Mahayana can also help develop the very strong Saddha, Viriya, Sati, and Sati needed to develop the wisdom. There are also many benefits that can arise because the bowing or reverential salutation is also a meritorious action. Then, apart from developing the faith, we can also make use of these merits to make the necessary aspiration to walk the path of Dhamma smoothly by avoiding all the fools and only meet up with the wise and the enlightened ones so that Nibbana can be realized soon as possible. When we bow mindfully with the very strong faith or Saddha and Viriya, our mind is very calm and very composed, thereby helping us to develop a very stable mindfulness or Sati much more easily, and it also leads us to cultivate humility. At the same time, we exercise our body. Sati is awareness before the knowing or the arising of thought, just a pure awareness within. So this bowing should be done with understanding, that is, we bow to establish mindfulness or awareness without thought, so that the body and mind move as one in perfect synchrony or harmony. Once mindfulness has been established, use it to cultivate the 4 postures of standing, walking, sitting, and lying down, then followed by the cultivation of Sati Sampajana or mindfulness and clear comprehension of all actions and movements in the present moment to develop the initial Vipassana wisdom, born of the direct seeing of the 3 universal characteristics. Only then can we proceed with the contemplation of the 4 elements and the 32 parts within this physical body of ours, and the 9 stages of cemetery decomposition contemplation to finish off the Kaya Nupassana cultivation. After Kaya Nupassana, we then proceed to Vedana Nupassana and Citta Nupassana, followed by finally Dhamma Nupassana. Page 116, 22 Heart Sutta class. Part 1, 1.1, the meditative mind.
These are very important. Listen.
Short notes taken to assist in the developing a clearer and better understanding of the sutta discussed. Part 1. Recapitulation and emphasis on the previous lesson. 1.1. The meditative mind. The meditative mind must not only become, but it must also be mindful and heedful within to develop the wisdom needed to liberate the mind. It is this meditative mind that is aware, mindful, and heedful that can understand how the mind stirs and become afflicted by one's delusion and wrong view or ignorance that conditions the evil roots to arise. It will come to understand its origination factors clearly as to how the evil roots come to be. It will also come to understand that before the evil roots are there, the mind was originally very peaceful, Everything arises naturally, where conditions arising
Causes.
Causes and phenomena exhibiting the three universal characteristics of anicca, dukkha, and anatta. Then, via Dhammanupassana cultivation of the 6 internal and 6 external sense bases, one will understand clearly how to trace the origination factors behind the stirring of the mind, and how one can retrospectively reverse it via wisdom. The moment your mind stirs, Dhammapada verse 1 will take its course, hence conditioning one's suffering like the wheel that follows the hoof. The meditative mind will understand how the mundane mind got caught. With understanding, it will no longer be deluded. To really see and awaken to this truth or understanding, one needs a very stable mindfulness. Take, for example, a case where a calamitous friend passed away suddenly at the age of 63 years old due to heart attack. The calamitous said, "Today I'm very sad." So I asked her why. She said, because she had been a very good friend for the past 20 years. I asked her again, do you know why you are so sad? And who is sad? Who is the you that is sad?
This style inquiry is very good. Listen, you know who is the Kayamita? Joyce. She had good memory. Where it happened in his house when the Joyce was asking this question.
As usual, she said, attachment low. Then I said, most Buddhists answered this way, and because of that, very likely, they will not develop the wisdom because they never inquire, reflect, or contemplate deep into the Dharma, into this Dharma that has arisen, as advised by the Buddha under the second turning of his first noble truth. The first turning is proclamation of the first noble truth of dukkha, leading to Suttamaya Panya. Then under the second turning, the Buddha said, this noble truth of dukkha is to be understood, leading to Cittamaya Panya.
Cintamaya Panya.
Cintamaya Panya. So this inquiry will enable her to investigate via mindfulness and the heedfulness to realize that it is the mind that has been conditioned by her wrong view or ignorance that caused her to cling onto her thoughts that arise via her memories of a good friend of 20 years, hence confirming the Buddha's final summary of the first noble truth that states, in short, it is ignorance or delusion that conditions one's grasping to the 5 aggregates of form and mind that I call dukkha. So the cause of suffering, which is craving, or grasping or clinging, conditioned her own self-delusion, or sakaya ditthi, lead her to cling onto her mental perceptions, memories, and consciousness that condition her pure feeling into sadness or suffering. It is only a form and mind, not so real, because all conditioned arising phenomena are not permanent, unchanging entities that one can cling on to and say, this is me, this is I, all these are mine. Do reflect deep into this and awaken to its 3 universal characteristics of anicca, dukkha, and anatta to break free. Then we will understand there is no one to be sad, and also no one born, no one dies. Contemplate and reflect deeply and inquire, why am I still so deluded? Why can't I wake up to this truth? Part 2, Heart Sutra Lesson 22, Form does not differ from emptiness, page 57 to 61. 2.1 Anatta or self, non-self nature. Anatta or non-self nature is also emptiness. If one realizes anatta or penetrates the understanding of true emptiness, then one can also become enlightened. Once awakened to the true emptiness, then one will understand why the Heart Sutra says, true emptiness is wonderful existence. When thinking, one is clouded by what one thinks, hence no clarity to understand what is happening within the moment, to awaken to the truth. As man can only do one thing at a time, that is, either one is aware or silent within, heedful, or lost in thoughts, thus heedless. Living beings are most of the time preoccupied with what they think, with plus all of the mind's reaction to the three evil roots that they create within their thoughts processes via the likes and dislikes, pleasant and unpleasant feelings and emotions that arise upon contact of mind within every moment of sense experiences. In the Heart Sutra, it is
Diamond.
In the Diamond Sutra, it is said, the mind must have no dwelling. Huineng understood this stanza when he heard it, because Huineng's mind is true mind. Reason why he is able to see things as they are via the silent mind without thoughts, as he was born without the mundane mind. If you create via thoughts, then there is good and bad for you to dwell on. So duality will arise because thoughts divide their words and concepts like gender, race, religion, nationality, right and wrong, good and bad, etc. Non-duality is the doctrine of true emptiness. With wisdom, one can see things as they are and can accept everything that happens as natural or the way things are, hence transcending all dualities that lead to reaction of mind. Knowing via thoughts is knowledge. Whereas awakening via silent mind without thought is enlightenment, which is an understanding, and understanding is non-rigid because it is not knowledge. No right, no wrong, because everything is just the way it is. True suchness or tathata. Dhammapada verse 183 states that all evil is to be avoided, do good and purify the mind. And this is the advice of all Buddhas, which all Buddhists must follow. To purify the mind, one must develop the enlightenment factors of equanimity and samadhi to see things as they are. Then, with wisdom, one will come to realize that things are just the way they are, and there is no good and evil, right and wrong, wholesome and unwholesome, etc. in meditation. No right, no wrong, because deluded people will say deluded things, angry people will say angry things, so accept them for what they are. We are perceiving them with equanimity. When you perceive a life situation with negativity or without equanimity, you will react and your mind will stir and bring about suffering to all, including yourself. The Buddha said, in the seeing there is only the seeing consciousness, and there is no one to see. An external form arises through consciousness. So do wake up to this reality via the pure awareness to see clearly that the mind is the forerunner of all things, and mind is chief. Everything arises when the mind arises. Then when we understand that we can reverse all these mental creations via returning all external mental creations to mind consciousness, then mind consciousness to pure awareness, and then pure awareness back to the great void, which is emptiness, we are realizing the cessation of form and mind, which is Nibbana, then we would understood the whole mystery of nature's creation.
So this one is a four circle. Phenomenal world, mundane mind, pure awareness, then return to the source or the great oneness, emptiness. the cessation of form and mind. So later on, when you go through the four circles again, you understand. Okay, continue, PG. Very good.
If all phenomena can be returned to mind consciousness, then to pure awareness, and then back to true emptiness, it means they are all not so real, all created by mind via consciousness, and mind made are they. Hence, the phenomenal world is a world of consciousness, and they are all really empty.
Get this understood. Huh? This one will trigger off the awakening. Do you realize or not, the whole of existence life is a phenomenal world of consciousness? And because they are consciousness, how real can they be? Images. Because you have a form in mind, you have sakayaditi, you grasp and cling and give me. Then everything appears so real where you can feel them, perceive them, think about them, understand or not? And be conscious of them. That's why the five aggregate is not what you think. These are instruments for you to have this ability. Then you deludedly believe that they are real. You deludedly believe that all these aggregates of mind belong to you because it arises in you. And you also believe the form and mind is you, physically. That's why the great illusion or delusion. But when you look at all this, like what I explained to you, if all phenomena means external phenomena, which is what you see, what you hear, what you smell, taste, tactile, feel, and think, can be returned to mind consciousness, like the bullock cart analogy, how you come to know the bullock cart? Through your mental perception, is it? So everything returned to mind consciousness, understand? And consciousness is an image in your brain. How real can it be? You are actually playing with images. You've been to a cinema before, isn't it? Huh? You think the whole movie inside that flat screen with the light shining, real or not? But when you are in the cinema, you absorb like anything inside there, understand? But it's just a screen, understand? Empty. But because of the motion of the film and the sound system, then reflected, then it looked real, understand? Animated by the sight and sound and all the wording, the story and all those things. So this is wisdom to see clearly. When you lack that wisdom, you are conditioned to believe that, wow, that show very interesting. Wow, just now you saw not that main actor, main character, wow, utau boy, understand? Got head, got tail. But actually it's just a film, a video or something that is scientifically created through the lenses and the projector, everything. So the lenses and the projector is like our senses. Open your eye, the whole field of vision arises already. This phenomenal world that you see, the temple, my voice, everything that you come to perceive, is it real? Huh? Is it real? Seems real. Ayo. You close your eye? Oh, gone eh? Real? You hold it in your memory, you only understand. 往事只能回味, understand? Everything that you come to know is through the consciousness. That everything that you hold on to as memory appear permanent and real, understand? But you can only recall through memory. 往事只能回味. Then the first line is what? That song. 时光一去永不回. You understand the meaning of it? Time wait for no man. Like 时光 the time. Yeah? The moment it is gone, it's gone. Understand? 永不回, forever never return. Your past is already gone. Understand? Future yet to come. The only reality is within the moment. How stable is the moment? Split second is dead and gone. Split second is dead and gone. And without your senses, your form and mind is like a vegetable. Do you know that? No knowing, nothing. Then how did the egoic mind come about? Huh? Delusion. And because of that, the law of karma created a form and mind for you, like I said. You have a physical body, you have a consciousness trapped inside, and the physical body, because of karma, it creates the senses for you to be trapped. Understand or not? That's why karma can operate within the form and mind. Understand or not? And that one, within the existential world, is as real as it can be, even though it's anicca, dukkha, anatta. Understand or not? See this, understand this, and wake up. It's like the cinema show, understand or not? Reflected. Consciousness come and go, come and go. Perception come and go, come and feeling come and go. Can stir you and make you so excited and so miserable. Understand or not? Like people play you upside down, you also don't know. Who play you? Karma. Karma created by who? You yourself, understand or not? You created all this karmic nature. Then the karmic nature condition the form and mind. You are born of it, heir to it, conditions, and you are what you are because of it. This is the whole summary of it, understand or not? Without this, the Buddha cannot be a Buddha. That's why he said the law of karma, he realized, so powerful. And he can tell you, you reap what you sow. Do good begets good. Do evil begets evil. You plant the seed of evil, you reap the fruit of evil. And we are all born of karma, heir to our karma, conditions, we are what we are because of karma. So if you go into all this contemplative understanding through the direct seeing, the awareness, you understand no reality. Understand or not? Mental consciousness images come and go, come and go. And again, you got caught inside there like so real, can be so emotional. Understand or not? Can create such affliction in living being. The fear, the anxiety, the sorrow, the lamentation. How come the mental part, the mundane mind, can be afflicted until like that? Until suicidal thought, depression, so panic, emotional. What is all this? Yeah. Yeah, can. Both say. Yeah.
Yes, Amitabha, Brother,
Yeah,
Sister, and all Kamitas. I want to share what Sister PG was sharing. And then Brother explained in terms of suffering and depression, which is a little bit sad for so I will say in the positive manner because that is what I experienced, okay? So what happened was, I want to talk about the 4 circles, right? So it's a condition for me to share this because some Kayamitas here may not have heard it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was on a holiday on the cruise. So I went with my husband sometime this year, and then we were on the, what's the name of the cruise? Genting what cruise?
Yeah, there's a name, I forgot.
There's a name, something cruise.
Never mind,
okay.
we know.
So anyway, so I took
Star Cruise, I think Star Cruise.
No, it's a Genting something cruise.
Oh, okay.
So it's a very huge ship, like a hotel like that, or maybe not.
Yeah.
Like a mall, like a shopping mall like that, very big ship. So I went there and then, okay, so I want to explain the phenomena that I saw. So I was enjoying myself actually, like any mundane mind, enjoying myself, the luxury of the cruise. And in the cruise there is this band that do the live band, singing, and they sing different songs, and these 3 men that sing on stage. So they sing very nice songs, Chinese song actually. So I was so mesmerized by the song, listening and enjoying myself. And then suddenly this thing happened to me, you know. I mean, you enjoy the singing, the music, the sight, the sound, and the forms, is it? You know, enjoyment, live band. So all these phenomena, the external phenomena of consciousness, or before that happened, right? Suddenly, my heart, my awareness went to my heart. Okay, then the heart opened up. There's a hollow in my heart. You know, like a movie, just to give you the understanding. Like a movie, Back to Future, that this hollow thing, you know, hollow thing that you jump in, then you zoop, go into the future, you know, that kind of hollow thing, you know. So you saw that kind of hollow thing in your heart, and then all these external phenomena of consciousness will all go into this hollow heart, you know, in my heart. So I saw my heart here, and then this hollow, all these things, external form of consciousness, all go in, you know, go into the void, the heart.
Very good, sadhu.
Yeah. So this is what they explain here, Brother Teo explain, you know, that it's a direct seeing that you see all these, you know. It's not imagination, you know, without words, it just happened, zoom, go inside, very, very soothing. Yeah, something like that.
Sadhu.
Sadhu.
Creation, creation. So you see, the four circle, the process of creation is then this one is the mundane mind. Or the five aggregates for my mind. The second aspect. Then this one is the phenomenal world of consciousness. PwC is not the Price Waterhouse. Phenomenal world of consciousness. Yeah. Because this one, when you are mindful and aware, you will know this is unreal. Because through your senses, the five aggregate of form and mind with its senses. This one is a magician, understand? The senses created the phenomenal world. So from mental consciousness, you perceive, understand? Then you think, you create, you give meaning. Then this one like real exists, like your eye. Open, all this that you can perceive exists already, understand? Then because you got your senses, you got your aggregate, you can see, you can perceive, you can touch, You dare to say not real. But you don't know they are dependent originating. Even every of these mental consciousness, the images that see, are all dependent originating. Like the physics experiment, switch, light bulb, light up. Then like what I explained to you, everything that you think so real, you grasp, you cling, but the actual reality is what? Just I already explained it. The actual reality is what? Empty. Why? Because it's just a mental image, understand? The image you see, then because you have the senses and the aggregate, then you can touch, understand? Then everything like so real, understand? But all these are, like the Buddha said, dependent originating, understand? You think of reality. Without the mundane mind, you think this fellow know there is a chair. You think this fellow know there is a table. No name, nothing, understand? They are just mighty nature rolling by, condition arising entity, no meaning. But human being through the mundane mind create word, create concept, create all the idea, the division. Then the whole of this phenomenal world, existential world, like, wow, very exciting, a lot of things. And because it's a lot of things very exciting, got money when you are young, of course exciting lah. No money when you are not young, facing old age sickness, and then become what? When you are a kid, you know what they say? You very energetic, got a lot of energy and can live very long. Well, you're still young, but no money. Understand? Then you grow up, work like a horse through your career, make money to have financial independence. You work until no time. Understand? As a kid, a lot of time, no money. Energy, a lot. When you work also, energy, a lot. Maybe make money. But no time. No time for what? No time to experience the world, understand the world. No time for relationship, no time for family. Everything is so rushed, understand? You sacrifice your health and your time, valuable time, to experience life and live life for what? Chasing after career, money, everything. Now you understand why Karaniya Sutta say with light duty. Understand? Feel duty. You chase after means a lot of responsibility. You think they make you CEO, pay you the fat package. They don't expect you to deliver. That's why they harass you and give you the board of director. These are the target. Stress. Is that life? Then when you go through life, you understand all things. Then like Cheng develop the awareness nature. Then when at the ship traveling, enjoying with the husband, also the phenomena happen. The whole thing like disappear inside. Understand? At first it returned to mind. Then mind to the pure awareness, where she is here. That's why this whole thing like bohi. You know how bohi? You are here with your senses. Your eye open, this one exists. True or not? Then everything like I show. Why not real? So real, understand? Solid, can touch. You have the senses, you have the aggregate of mind. That's why this is sacrality, the delusion it creates, understand? This one is the real teaching, not the theory, understand? So when you really see it, and really have the direct seeing and the awakening, you wake up and you completely change. Not what you think. That's why all along, why did I say, hey no you, hey no me? Empty, no reality. Then I give you so many examples. Past is already gone, future yet to come, no reality. The moment is the only reality. But how stable is the moment? Split second is gone, split second is gone. Moment to moment, that is the only reality. What are you doing? Thinking, planning, worrying, having all the sankhara activity, that's all. Then afflicted here and there, left and right. Then sometimes joyful. After joyful, prelude to suffering, misery again, fear, worry, anxiety. Then as you age, just now I didn't finish. As a child, go to career, what happened? After that, you retire. Retire, most of them 60 and over already. Got money, no energy. Understand or not? Life very short already. Understand? So which you choose? Of course you want money, want energy, and want time, isn't it? But without Dhamma, you think you can do that? That's why I divide my life into average lifespan 75. If I live beyond 75, bonus. Very fast already, I think, going beyond bonus. Understand? So 75 divided by 3 phases. Every phase is how many years? 25, isn't it? First phase, what I do? I grew up as a child, I go and study. I graduate age 24. Sui An maybe younger. Sui An express class. First phase gone already. But I did enjoy life. Good life for me. You have my karma, my father take care of me. Then I experienced the old civilization and all those things. Then I went through life. Then my past, the bohi mind activated, then it search, inquire. Second phase is what? 25 to 50. Career, isn't it? Work, isn't it? Work and work and work, isn't it? But luckily, I work and I cultivate. Understand how? I didn't work and work and work. Then I got no stress, I got no problem. And I got promoted, I'm very lucky, super skilled. People recession, I don't have even problem of cut pay, no job and all that. I got promoted, super skilled. And my life was like Recession, I do better. That's how. Then financially, I did very well. Investment, I also very good. Then phase 2, this 50 years, after you work, the third phase, you still want to work. Means 50 to 75. Why did I ask you that? You think guarantee you live beyond 50? The third phase not sure, no, understand, no, may not happen or no. Unless you like Akong, 80 years old, went beyond the third phase. But he also shared with us that as you age, the first number 2 reality say what? Your senses fail you. Got vision problem, hearing problem. And this is 2 out of 6 already, you know. Understand or not? What are the other senses? You know, hearing and seeing is sight and sound, no? A big part of the phenomenal world is already not able to perceive and enjoy and see, you know, understand? No? Then some people, like my father-in-law, because of chemo, did the throat cancer, smell gone, no? He's a cook, no? He cannot smell, no? There is suffering, understand? No? When you cannot get what you want, as you age, all this happens, disease. So see the reality clearly, understand? No? Understand the Dhamma clearly, then wake up. It's only creation like cinema show. Projector, here is the projector, understand? No? Here is the source, the creator who created the projector. From that source, the oneness nature, the great void, the first thing, this is unconditioned. The first thing that come out is a pure awareness. Then this one create the mundane mind. Understand or not? Like the spacious awareness, zoom, you perceive the thought, the mundane mind. So this one is like a magician. Understand or not? With the senses, with the aggregate. This one, through the consciousness, created the phenomenal world. It's just like that. And everything is just an image. Understand or not? No reality. And the form and mind, every segment you come also must die on. Whatever that is born must die on. Then the first noble truth, OA, sickness and death, you have to confront. Separation, you have to confront. This type of existence, you don't have the Dhamma, you come, I wish you luck. I always tell Karimita, if you want to come, you better come with the Dhamma understanding. Otherwise, better don't come. But you got no choice. You're forced to come. Understand now? Why? Karma force you to come. You cannot choose to come. Understand now? As a bodhisattva, you choose to come and you are not deluded. No? All this so clear. No? You heard Po Cheng share. Then you realize, not what you think. That's why when you awaken with pure awareness, with mindfulness, the understanding is so clear. That delusion no more. The whole thing is, people can say what they like. But this is real, clear understanding. And who understands? Nobody understands. But because the form and mind is still around, the form and mind connected to the wisdom created by this, that the Trinity triangle that Jared mentioned, remember? This is the pure awareness, understand or not? This one every living being has, but you don't know, because you are most of the time lost in thought, preoccupied in the mundane mind, the thinking mind. So you go this direction. Why you go this direction? Because this is where the senses is. This is where the senses is. This is the 5 aggregate of form and mind. This is where the living being is. And this is samsara. Understand? So if you keep on going to the brain together with the senses, you create mundane living. Understand? And this one is samsara, mundane living. If you go this direction, what happens? From the pure awareness, you see things as they are. You develop what? Understanding or wisdom. So this part, the direct seeing, develop wisdom or understanding. And this one, because it's connected to the form and mind, that's why this form and mind understand. But this wisdom is connected. That's why this one spontaneously, like Yoniso Manasikara, give rise to wisdom and understanding to support this form and mind to understand life and live life. Understand now? That's why you must meditate this way. Every time stuck here, thought-based meditation, and you expect to have wisdom, you will have a lot of knowledge. You will not have wisdom. Can you understand? Hopefully this round more clear. Understand? Because last time I cannot go into all this yet because none of you are ready. But now different, a lot of Kayamita ready. Now Ingbi also can understand already all this. Yeah. Let my daughter share something. Yeah.
I just wanted to add 2 words. Because the biggest myth for me for the phenomenal world of consciousness is the myth of consistency or stability, and then ownership. For me, these 2 are the biggest myths that really wake me up. I don't know if this was enough. If you want me to give examples, I can. Because when we look at reality, right, we know everything is impermanent. Without causes and conditions, nobody built the chair, nobody built the table, they are not here. And if tonight someone come and steal them, tomorrow they are not here. That is really, that is impermanence. Everything can just go the minute their supporting conditions are gone. So, but in life we always, especially when you go to work, your boss say, consistency. You come to work every day. Actually expecting a person to show up in the office every day is a miracle. They have to wake up, stay alive, commute to work without getting into accidents, you know. So when we think about it, we've been living a myth of thinking the world can have consistency.
Yeah.
No such thing. Ownership is another thing.
Because next moment you can be gone. Understand?
And also, even the very deep ownership, like relationship. I'm my dad's daughter. In this world, we know there are people who disown their children. We know all kinds of things can happen. The country can split. If you are on the wrong side of the wall, you don't belong in the same country. You can't even be related. You know, there's so many examples how these 2 are actually never there in the real world. But because we think this way, we build a lot of this kind of concepts and we live our world in this dreamland.
That is what you call attachment, clinging, grasping, holding on. Because you think it's real, you think it's you can own. When the ego arises, the personality arises, that sakayatiti condition the egoic mind. Then you think you exist. You want to own things, you want to have things. Selfishness develops. When things don't go your way, you get angry, emotional, jealousy. All these are the evil roots of greed and hatred. Then when you don't understand, you develop fear, worry, anxiety. When you have problem, fear, worry, anxiety, sorrow. These are delusions. Mind state. That's why the teaching actually explains everything, both mundane and supramundane. So let us rejoice. Because my daughter one is her way of understanding, which is good. Because this is her particular character, IT approach, the way she sees it. Because in the phenomenal, even though not real, now that he has the understanding of the Dhamma, except the stability of mindfulness has not been established. But she knows that all these are not real. That one is really no, understand? Except the awareness nature haven't really awakened to see this. That's why I say, the moment it awakens, she become very different. Very fast she will understand all this. So what happened is, she observed life, because I told her, you go to school not to score. Understand now? You can ask them. I told both my children, I said, you do your best. True to yourself. You go there, most important, observe, I said. Observe your teacher, observe your classmate. Learn the science, the maths, the language. That's what you need. Then do your best.
Body language.
No need. That one is for career one. Not body language. Observe them. It's just like Achan Jagaro. You know what he said? He got this, like Sui said, the meat, no. He looked forward to like study under what they call Nobel Prize winner, no? And he's from Italy, before he became a monk. And he very good at study. I think Jiwei will know, birth, the time he was a monk. Then Ajahn Ram took over later. He told us the story. He said he was so excited, he got a scholarship to really study under this Nobel Prize fellow. He went to Australia. You know what happened? After that, he gave up his PhD course. Why? Because he saw this professor that got the Nobel Prize. His life is in havoc. Drink, drunk, the wife also divorced, relationship, everything failed. But academic excellence. PhD, master, and all the title, professor, then end up Nobel laureate. How to pronounce the word? Is it laureate? Those who receive Nobel Prize. Nobel laureate. All the title. So excited when. Then he saw what happened. He gave up. He tell his parents, I don't want to study. I don't want to end up like him. Understand? And you know what he did? He together with a group went to Thailand, become monk. Then come back, somebody offered the land near Serpentine in Perth there. They set up the monastery together. Then he was the abbot initially. He was my close friend. I took care of him when he was in Malaysia. That's why he know me, and he liked me because he observed my leg. Last time I meditate until here, I got 2 dots on. Here also 2 dots. There are no cushion on. I sit on anything. Then he smiled. He said, where did you get this? Oh, I said, after long sitting. Oh, no wonder. I said, then after that, I told him about out of the body experience when I was young. Then I recorded his talk, but he's very good. He's very good. He got a lot of metta. He showed us the photo, the temple. Then the great fire, you remember, the bush fire? Everything around him burned, all smoke, dust, everything. But the temple stand there.
All the goodies.
All the kuti also. So then he got a lot of metta. His dhamma very good. He's the one that tell me, in the midst of activity, there can be stillness. You understand? When you live life, doing all the activity, inside still, who can say that unless he has detected this? Understand? In the midst of sound, there can be silence. That's why I like the way he shared. Then a lot of things. So I became his kapya temporary. When went to Malacca, they invited him down. Because somebody in KL, the one lady, very wealthy, live in Damansara High, invited him over because when the husband died in Australia, Ajahn Jagaro was the one that helped her settle everything. Out of gratitude, she invited her over, then went to Brickville. I was doing the recording at that time. At that time was I think, middle 80s. Then after that, he came to know me, but he liked me. He liked to talk to me. Then after that, he said, Tio, When are you free? Come over to Serpentine. He invited me. I said, see how. And you know what happened? There was one trip. I went to Melbourne. Somebody, a lay person, had a dana to offer to my second last teacher. And that day I came to know from my second last teacher that there is a house dana. So I also went. When I was there, I didn't know this person who actually, oh sorry, not my second last teacher. Not his house. Another Buddhist, also Malaysian, had this, what they call house dana. So we were told about it. They said, okay, we dropped by. When I dropped by, I was shocked. Achan Jagaro was there. Then he looked at me. He still remember me. Mr. Teo, he said, how are you? Oh, I say, good. Then when I sent him off, he remembered me. When I sent him off to the airport, I got a shock. You know his Thai devotee. He was so popular. His Thai is so good. The Thai devotee told me when he speak Dhamma using Thai, the Thai people like it like mad. So when he was there, when I went to the airport and meet him here, he said, if you free, you come. So I went. I want to thank him and say goodbye. And then I saw him very far. He also saw me. Then he called me. Oh, come. Then he introduced me to his old Thai friend. It was so popular at that time. That's why when you have affinity, this type of thing happen. So all this, when you have the awareness nature, you can understand. And it is so clear. No doubt one understand. The understanding is unshakable one. Because it's not a theory, not something you heard, understand? You saw it, and you see the creation and the cessation. This is the process of creation. Means from the source, first thing to come out is a pure awareness. Then from there, it trigger of the thought process that create the mundane mind. Then the mundane mind, through consciousness, the sixth sense door, created the phenomenal world of consciousness. So to meditate is, like Po Cheng know, return all this back to how it arises. Understand? That's why all the phenomenal world return to the mundane mind. Because this one, through the six senses, through consciousness, created this. So when you see the creation, when you return, when you are back to here, the egoic mind is still there. But you know this one is, like the Buddha say, magician. That's how. This one create, no reality. And because you understand, you meditate, the mind realizes itself not deluded, cease. Then he go back to here. Understand? Then when he go back to here, if he is enlightened, he will touch a little bit of here, glimpse, cessation of form and mind, nibbana. That's why this is nibbana. So when he realized that, with the awareness it come out, it know how to live life. Then this fellow not deluded anymore. The wisdom through here, direct seeing, connected. Then this one live the noble life. Understand? The third phase of Dhamma, Pativeda. You get to live life to the fullest with the wisdom, everything. And this is the whole secret. Clear? Huh? Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. When you understand this, I tell you, you no longer deluded. The whole thing you understand. That's why straight away I know the secret of life, both mundane and supramundane, and how all this come about. You go university, they got teach you. The basic six sense also they don't teach you how you become conscious and what is consciousness, what is thought, what is mind, what are the aggregate. The Buddha never go uni, yet he can teach like that. Yes.
Right there. For this understanding, right, like what Brother Theo always emphasized to us. No books and no teacher ever mentioned this creation and return of this creation, you know.
Yes,
it's
very
Brother
true.
Theo Heart Sutra book that I read, but initially I cannot understand, comprehend fully. It's only through the experiential,
after you go through the
yes,
realization.
yes. Then you can see it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Matches exactly what
Yeah.
Brother Theo shared.
Yeah.
So the faith in Brother Theo and in the Triple Gem is unshakable.
Yeah.
Unshakable.
Let us rejoice. Sadhu. But this is not a theory anymore, that's not. Means that thing really can be realized by who? Pacetang. Realized by who? By the wise, each for themselves. If you don't have the awareness, you don't awaken to it, you cannot know one. Like Po Cheng said, first time she read the Sutta book, you cannot understand. Understand? But the moment she go through the transformation, when she detected the gateway, actually before that was the awareness nature first. Then after that the gateway transformed like anything. When she reported that, I also got a shock. I said, somebody I don't know, a new Kayamita from nowhere, suddenly like that. That's why I told a lot of the Kayamita song there, Alicia there, wow, I say, this one is a dark horse. Don't know from where. But it's her past, her affinity is a Triple Gem. Yeah, let's we share.
Just one more punchline. Now that this is here, right? So this is the world of the five gates of form and mind that our society and all our thoughts create. Then when Buddha said in conclusion, when we grasp onto our five gates of form and mind, we suffer. Now when I look at this, right? When we subscribe to what society is touting and we believe all this consistency and ownership, how not to suffer? Just suffer. We're setting ourselves for failure.
True, because the moment you are born, he give you the IC and name you and so the ego build up already, the entity build up already. Then after that, passport and travel also got passport. So that atta ego build up and then they look at your external form. Oh, Chinese, Malaysia, understand? Then your religion, Buddhist. This is how they divide. So the whole world in conflict is because division create conflict, misunderstanding. Understand? And these are duality. And this only exists within the existential world. And the existential world got its own set of conditioned Dhamma. The conditioned Dhamma is what the essential Dhamma of the Buddha all teach all about. If you don't understand that, you get entangled, afflicted, miserable. So all this, after you understand this, very easy to relate. That's why everything about life is just like that. Consciousness, mental image, understand? You perceive it through the thought, understand? How real can that be? Externally already dependent originating, like the block card, not so real. Come and go, dependent on condition, like my daughter said. When there is condition, it arises. When condition cease to be, it ceases to be. When condition continue to sustain itself, then it continue to exist, but it go through aging, sickness, and death. Understand? That decay process. That is the nature's law. When you are aware, you saw all this. Because you are not up here thinking, planning, worrying, excited here and there, then after that, miserable here and there. Understand? Then everything you cannot understand like so real. Why like that? Why God so unfair? How come only me? Why my wife like that? All this type of thing going on. That's why the phenomenal world is so excited. So exciting, not excited. Ukraine war, Middle East war now. Everywhere also war. Understand? We recently experienced lucky best, the great COVID-19. Understand? MCO, all locked down, quite at home, cannot come out. Understand? So all this is for you to understand, to see this is life, this is existence, this is creation. Understand? Not so real. He know you, he know me. After everything that happened in the world, any reality or not? Like I said, since birth until now, you cannot deny you live that phase of your life. Is it real?
Only memory.
You can only recall to memory, isn't it? After people who know you gone, do you exist? Maybe history book right lah, like the Buddha 2000 over years ago. But the previous civilization, Atlantis civilization, Sumerian civilization, they got history. Understand or not? Whatever that live in the memory, in the consciousness, is not real. Understand or not? And without memory, without consciousness, how can you create things? Understand or not? That's why the greatest magician. Understand or not? Through the mundane mind, consciousness, the six senses, everything come to be. The world of sight and sound. Now she will age already, that two senses not so efficient already, understand? Starts to decay, deteriorate. Then he experienced aging, first noble truth, understand? But when he understand, like he say, he accept that, then he don't suffer, understand? That is a reality. Not only I, everyone that go that direction also confront the same reality. And already so fortunate, live until 85, almost. Or beyond, I also don't know. 85, Plus. A lot of people, I recently saw in my MU one, young people, 30 years old, 35 years old. Some of them are my classmates' sons, colleague. Heart attack died. Then they ask, why so young got heart attack one? I thought 50, 60 onward. Then a few come out. No lah, the kid lifestyle different, never sleep one now. And under tremendous pressure, one of them is working for one of the very famous investment banker. He said the pressure, the stress, commit suicide. Then another one said, there was another, the son's colleague, also commit suicide. Cannot take it. That's why I told Sui, work until 40. He also agreed. Enough already. No need to subject to all those crazy things. So when you understand, then you know how to live life. I didn't finish the 3 phase.
The last phase.
Because the last phase is not guaranteed. That's why I stopped before the 2nd phase finished. I retired 46 plus. You read the book inside there. When my daughter graduated, where I have my financial freedom, everything already. I don't need much money to survive. Understand? To survive is so easy. Understand? That's why I told Sui, you want to experience career life? You want to experience life? Go and work. Experience the world. Then do what you like. Then after that, when it's time, you can develop the understanding, learn the investment, then no need to work. Why you work? So what happened is, for me, not only the 3rd phase I get to live now, where I retired 46, I untong 4 years now. And I know up to the age of 70, I will be healthy. Correct or not? Coming to 70 already, not healthy. I got no problem in there. Someone can conduct retreat. After that, no need to rest. A lot of monks told me after retreat, need 2-3 days flat rest. Yeah, Sui, I go back, I go makan already. With Sui and my partner, Ben, and my wife. Then got people actually also off and on come and invite us to dinner, lunch, and all that. So this is what understanding is. 46 until 70 is how many years? 24 years. 24 years of good life, to do what I want to do in life, and to be with my family. to travel to do all those now. That's why when there is opportunity, when we fly to Europe, UK, I told my family we buy business class. So we all go. And Sui was so lucky, on the way back from UK, they upgrade her to first class. She in the aeroplane, which airline? The Middle East one, what?
Emirates.
Emirates. He texts her. Wow, they upgrade me to first class. Can take bath. And honestly, and he said, first time. Got such parami, why not? So this is life. So 24 years at least of good life, where I still healthy, can travel, can do what I want, and be with my family, That is understanding enable you to not to land yourself trapped inside here and become miserable over nothing. Work and work and work and work until so stressful, full of sickness, disease. Like the Cantonese say, when you are in your prime, you actually sell yourself, your whole youth, sell it to the company. 成個青春俾佢用晒咗, you understand? How many don't understand Cantonese? 青春 is your youth, understand? You all devote to the company, overtime, target, pressure. That's why Jin Hao after that also retire early. Where he came to me, financial problem, I help him to solve. Then I say, you clear this, then you can clear this, retire. You retire. Finally, everything fall into place. That business so. So when you understand, that's why you can help me full time, understand? Do you think the recording the website very easy to handle? Without him, I tell you cannot handle.
He's still working.
Sadhu. That one is for fun. Yeah, he like IT. Then he support the family. Take the family, the sister, the mother around. So this is understanding. With the Dhamma understanding, you can live life to the fullest. Then life has meaning, isn't it? That's why when you understand all this, you realize true emptiness, the great void. What happened? Wonderful existence. 真空妙有. When you realize true emptiness, existence becomes wonderful. That is what existence is all about. So, any question before we continue? Actually, PG's voice is also very good.
Yes.
Okay, PG, continue. Continue. No wonder she volunteered and tell me you rest. So tell me very happy. I saw her struggling.
Yeah.
The whole face was red. Last time we help.
Yeah, I think we should give her more opportunity to listen. Then I think she can learn faster also.
Correct. Sadhu.
Okay, I'll continue. Beyond mind, there is no creation and no suffering. That is, without mind, there is no form, no perception, no feeling, no sankhara, hence no karma, and no creation via mental consciousness. Cognition via mental perceptions is all mind-made, hence phenomena and perceptions are all linked. They are all impermanent, leading to suffering and anatta, or empty. The pure awareness before the knowing, or essence of mind which can be aware of silence of nature, is not a condition arising phenomena, hence it is the unconditioned and also your true mind. But it is not a permanent unchanging entity that you can call me and the I, because it cannot come out to live life. Whereas the mundane mind, the mundane conditioning.
Mundane condition arising.
The mundane condition arising mind needs sense data in the form of vibration for the arising of the hearing consciousness to perceive, hence its condition arising nature within the phenomenal world.
So now you understand,
Part 3, meditation.
Ability to be aware of silence, nature silent, no sense data. Because silence got no sense data, empty, still, no word. But we have to express it, that's why you use word. So that is your essence of mind, the awareness nature, understand now? Your true mind. So slowly, all this you will understand when you are mindful, aware. That's why I ask you when you are in the awareness-based meditation, without thought, who are you? When you reach the awareness, stillness, tranquility, paucity, no thought. You try to find out. Using the awareness, the answer cannot come out. But the awareness let you realize. Then you, through the thought, realize there is nothing inside there. Understand? So the thought that create the concept and the idea will enable you to express it, share it, and arise the understanding. So this is what awareness-based meditation is all about. You never heard before on all this until you do. And you don't have to believe what I say. When you do, you will know. Okay? Yeah, we continue. Yeah.
Part 3, Meditation. 3.1, Meditation Question. Question 1. I often feel peace and calm during meditation. I also feel warm in my body. As I bow and chant, it increases the mindfulness in me. Thereafter, it prepares me for more effective sitting meditation. Brother Teo. As you meditate, the yin and yang energies can build up to cause the heat and cold to arise within your body. Here in Wuping Jingsi, there is no air conditioning, so we tend to feel warm, and sometimes we sweat too. Is the warmness uncomfortable? No, it is quite soothing. Then it is okay, and you can just silence your mind and relax into it. And as long as your mind is not affected by the heat, then you can be at peace with it. Otherwise, your mind will be affected and cause you to react. For some who do samatha or one-pointedness concentration and absorption type of meditation, they tend to have this heat problem because of the yin and yang imbalance. This is especially so for those who like to play with energy fields to develop psychic powers. The maras too can come and dilute them and disturb them. But if they know how to release the energy built up and come out to normal state of awareness, to cultivate the four foundations of mindfulness, to develop the wisdom as taught by the Buddha, then they are all right and they can also develop the enlightenment. 3.2 Meditation Question and Sharing of the Work by Barun K.T. Brother Teo. How about your meditation? How about your daily mindfulness? Are you able to develop it? Reply. For a while only, because I get easily agitated and affected when confronted with difficult situations in daily life. Then the calmness and the daily mindfulness are all gone. Brother Teo. Habitual tendencies born of wrong view to perceive certain situations with negativity is the cause. You lack right view, and you should reflect, contemplate, and inquire deep into the Dharma via the second turning of the first noble truth to develop the Cinta Maya Panya to overcome this problem of yours. You should inquire, why are you agitated and affected? How do these habitual tendencies that cause you to react to such situations come about? You will finally come to understand that it is because you have certain expectations and preferences born of your wrong view that condition you to think that way for so long already. You are actually grasping.
Ignore
Okay.
the word, error. Ignore the
Error,
word.
bookmark, not defined,
Yeah.
or admit.
Or clinging onto your wrong thoughts born of your conditioned memories. Seeing this clearly with your pure awareness will enable you to strengthen your view via silencing your mind to develop the wisdom and right understanding needed to free your mind. You can also inquire to free via applying the work as taught by Baranketi to free.
To free, yeah.
To free, yeah.
Ah.
The work is simple yet powerful process of inquiry that teaches you to identify and question the thoughts that cause all the suffering in this world. It's a practical way to understand what's hurting you and to address the cause of your suffering and problems with clarity. Her work consists of 4 lines of questioning and inquiries to develop the wisdom to free, and they are: number 1, question the wrong thoughts that condition you to react habitually. What the thought is telling you, is it true? Number 2, then inquire again by asking, can you absolutely know that it's true? Number 3, how do you react and what happens when you believe that thought? You are afflicted, isn't it? Hence, it's a wrong thought, and you should arouse the right effort to abandon it, instead of believing it and clinging onto it to condition your suffering and misery. Number 4, who would you be without this wrong thought? Peace and at ease, isn't it?
Peaceful.
Peaceful and at ease, isn't it? With this clarity of mind and non-reaction, then we can act following the Noble Eightfold Path to resolve whatever issues amicably without having to resort to any negativity of action, speech, and thoughts, thereby leading to the end of all suffering.
So this line of questioning is very powerful. Yeah. You know how your misery, your dukkha come about. Every time through your senses. Let's say, give you an example. Married couple, okay? One day, they suspect either their husband try to be funny, have something outside, or the wife is up to something, okay? So what happened? The thought arises, I think my spouse cheat on me. True or not? Is that a right thought or a wrong thought? Why wrong thought? Most people will think it's a right thought. Really, that guy cheat on me. Then you hire a private investigator. Okay? Then the private investigator gets some photo for you. You confirm. You get lagi angry, lagi jealous. So what happened? Are you happy or are you not happy?
Not happy.
Because you believe that thought, understand? Your spouse cheat on you, okay? But people may have this idea, hey, he really cheat on me, You mean forget about it? Just ignore you don't know. No, that is not the way to solve problem, understand? What Bhayakati is telling you is question that thought, understand? How you question that thought? Is it true? Then question again, First time you should say true, like that lady, kena until he said that bastard. So he said definitely true lah. Got evidence, private investigator also. Okay. The next question is it absolutely true? You should say, yeah lah, true. Okay. Then the third line of question is what? How do you react when you believe that thought? What happened when you believe that thought? Miserable, isn't it? Full of jealousy, angry. This is what? Suffering, misery, isn't it? Then the next one is, before you know he cheat outside, before all this, you happy-go-lucky, isn't it? You're still darling here, darling there, isn't it? Correct? So, who would you be without the wrong thought? Peaceful, at ease, and live life normal, isn't it? Relationships will go on, isn't it? So with this clarity of mind and non-reaction, then you can act following Noble Eightfold Path. Means what? How you act? Right view with regards to? The first right view is what? Law of karma means what? You are born of your karma, you reap what you sow. Means in the past, you also did that to somebody else, and now you become the victim, fair or not? You know what they answer me when I question them like that? They said, "What such thing, man, brother Teo?" Yeah, they don't believe they did that. Yeah, in the past, they got no memory of that. I said, let's say it really happened. Fair or not? Like that. Fair lah. I did to people, man. So, now you can calm down. Now the anger, the jealousy less already. So what you must do? The Buddha advised you. With a clear mind, don't react, don't panic, don't get angry, no envy, no jealousy. What you do? You observe, find out what happened. How can I resolve it amicably? Following Noble Eightfold Path. First path factor is what? Right view, law of karma. You reap you know already, you accept. Okay? Because from karma. Then what you do after you accept? You learn to understand what happened. He is the way he is. Understand or not? Lustful, selfish, got money, want to 讨价, break precept. Understand or not? That's how it happens. Understand or not? So when you can accept him for what he is, and because he's karmic, you do what you have to do. First thing is what? The Bodhisattva already taught you how to break karmic obstruction. You want this to continue. This life you hate him, then after that next life he hate you.
Continue.
You want that to continue, karmic repercussion. If you don't want, what to do? Ask for forgiveness. Then determine not to repeat all this. Keep the precept. Follow the advice of the Buddha. Understand not? Avoid all evil. Keep the precept. Develop wholesomeness. Cultivate Noble Eightfold Path. Meditate to develop the wisdom so that you don't attack, don't create. After all, not so real. He know you, he know me. Form and mind. Phenomenal world of consciousness. Come and go. Image only. But you grasp, cling, and create so much enmity, frustration, jealousy, hatred. All these are evil root. Root of all, it make you evil. Understand? Is that the way to live life? Is that the way to solve your problem? No. Then after that, what you do? You invoke power of Mori. Understand now? For causes and conditions for you to recover and turn around. So do what you have to do. Means what? Talk to him frankly. Understand? I have one lady actually come out of it very beautifully. Yeah. Actually, the husband becomes successful, then the secretary, very young, must be quite pretty. Then this lady happened to be with me in the early year when we are together learning the Dhamma during Prajayantra's time. So she suddenly one day ran to our center. That time was in my second last teacher, cried like anything. Then explained to us, the husband did that too. Okay. You know what happened or not? Suddenly the husband came back one day, call her, I don't know by what, darling or what, I don't know. He said, tonight you free or not? We go for dinner. I got something to share with you. So the wife very happy, dressed nicely, go to the dinner. Have a good dinner. Then after the dinner, I said, are you ready? Then he tell the wife, I got this secretary which I fall in love. Yeah? Then I think we intend to be together. Then can you accept all this or not? Of course he cannot accept. You know what happened? He straight away tell the husband, stop! He ran away out of the restaurant, straight away to the center, meet us. He told us. So how you teach her to solve the problem? Huh? I say, your fear, your panic, your anxiety. Why? housewife, no, don't work already. Last time together, go to UK study, you know. The wife is a nurse, you know. The husband, of course, graduate. Then married, got 2 beautiful daughters. One of the daughters same age as my daughter. Same school also. The younger one, I think, like my son's age. Give birth to 2 beautiful daughters, sacrifice everything. Then suddenly, this type of message comes. Can you take it? So we tell her, don't panic. What is my advice? Don't react. Don't panic. Accept the reality. Right view. Understand or not? Then after that, do what you have to do. Need to ask for forgiveness afterwards. Then we teach her a very good strategy, you know. Apply Noble Eightfold Path. But don't do it immediately. Go back and sleep first. Then next morning, wake up, the husband show panic on. Don't know how is it. But you quietly go to him. He say, okay, I think I understand your message last night. You may not love me anymore. No problem. You have a younger one, more beautiful one. No problem. I want this to be resolved amicably. Then it becomes different. Yeah. The husband sure excited. Yeah. Wow. Can develop the consent, resolve amicably. So only 3 conditions. First condition, the wife say, I am not working, no career. I want the house, transfer over. Okay? Then every month 5,000. But for me to spend or live life and all that. The education you take care. Understand? The third one, very beautiful. I know you may not like to have dinner with me anymore. This could be the last supper or the last dinner. But you must agree at least 1 week, 2 or 3 times. Come back and take your 2 daughters out for dinner. Wow, the husband got money. Oh, no problem, agree. Oh. Then what happened? Go back, good news, tell the secretary. The secretary also excited, thinking that agree to divorce. But didn't divorce. Understand? I said can be separate, but no divorce. But he's still the legal husband. He still look after their education, everything, their expenses, go uni and all those things. They intend to send to UK. Then the secretary be tahan already. Mo Ming Wan. You know what is Ming Wan? No legal entity. So harass the husband. When are you going to divorce? When are you? The husband say, my wife already so kind, so nice. You someone want me to divorce her. Then you know what happened? The secretary also not stupid. Keep quiet. Within the next 3 months, absconded his cash, until the company cash flow problem and business went downhill. Then 6 months later, the husband came back and apologized to the wife and asked the wife to give her a second chance. So this friend came to us full of joy, this time, not like the first time of panic and all that. He said, brother, you don't believe, my husband come back and ask for forgiveness or forgive him, and ask for a second chance. You ask my daughter, it's a true story. Then after that, happily ever after. This is how you solve using Noble Eightfold Path, understand? Get angry for what? Jealous for what? Like that lady. That bastard, you asked me to ask for forgiveness from him. Because you cannot understand. But this person with us, he can understand and trust us because we have the understanding at that time. So how you solve things, if you understand, although Byron Katie 4 lines of questioning, but the last part is not from Byron Katie. Understand? That one is from my understanding. How to resolve issue, overcome suffering. That's why the Buddha's teaching, fourth noble truth, you apply or cultivate this noble eightfold path, it will lead to the end of all. Louder lah, ayo.
End of all suffering.
Like you all still don't know like that. Like that, how to understand, how to practice? Then next time got problem, that time first noble, hey, you remember not that retreat brother still say, what is the answer? What is the solution? How to apply?
Theoretic.
But hopefully nothing of such happen. So a lot of people, hey, say, don't talk about it. Okay, what time already?
5:37.
Oh, still got time. PJ, like. Oh, very good. Today very good. Good or not?
Yes.
That's sharing.
Yeah.
Yeah, outside got mist already. Heavenly line already, same thing. Okay, PJ, continue.
Then you will perceive life differently and will know how to truly live life to experience all of its beauties and wonders. The pure awareness with wisdom within is so beautiful and can experience all of nature's pristine purity and beauty. When I was in New Zealand, I could feel that the nature there is so pure and so different because there is so very little human consciousness to pollute it. Even the food I eat makes my body feel so good. 3.3. How do you perceive opening chakras via Qigong practices? Question 2. How do you perceive opening chakras via Qigong practices? Brother Teo. When you use your thought to open your chakras, you have to be very careful. Because the thought created by the enlightened being still has delusion, so it can bring about yin-yang imbalance.
Unenlightened being. Thought produced by unenlightened being.
Okay, I read again. When you use your thought to open your chakras, you have to be careful because the thought created by the unenlightened being still has delusion, so it can bring about yin-yang imbalance. It can also mean tampering because wherever you focus and concentrate your mind, the thought energy will build up there. It is advisable to develop only the relaxation and mindfulness training to exercise your body while doing the Qigong practices, not to focus and store your thought energy at the Dantian unless the intention is to develop the Qi for health purposes. Do not use it to develop the psychic or energy field. There is a safer and more genuine way to open the chakras via developing the wisdom first. Then when the mind can cease via wisdom, one can use it to develop the 10 perfections to walk the Bodhisattva.
Make use of it. Make use of it.
One can make use of it to develop the 10 perfections to walk the Bodhisattva way to realize Buddhahood. Develop the loving kindness, compassion, and wisdom, and then stay at the heart area and silence one's mind to detect the gateway to our nature. This gateway will melt all our life forces and mental or pure awareness energy into our nature to become pure neutral energy, which is no more of the yin-yang type. This is the pure energy that can really open up the chakras internally and naturally via trust, that is, without the interference of any thought.
Continue.
Short notes taken to assist in developing a clearer and better understanding of the Sutra discussed. Part 1. Recapitulation and emphasis on the previous lesson. 1.1. The 5 aggregates: understanding, meditation, and sati. Within the 5 aggregates of form and mind, form is much grosser and has perceptible characteristics, hence it is quite easy to see and understand. But when it comes to mental aggregates like feeling, perception, activities of the mind, that is, thinking, mental states, mental formation and intentions, etc., and consciousness, they are formless. Hence, they are much subtler and more difficult to see and understand. Most people do meditation without the true understanding of what is meditation as taught by the Buddha and its true purpose and intent. Hence, the main activities are centered on developing the so-called good meditation, such as calmness and tranquility of mind, via concentration and focusing of the mind using thought. Such calmness and tranquility are usually taken as good meditative states, which they will cling on to as a sign of good progress, forgetting that it is only wisdom that frees and liberates the mind. The calmness and tranquility are good conditioned states, but they are only the byproduct of meditation that should not be clung on to. Instead, they should make use of it to develop the wisdom and insight needed for enlightenment via sati, to see things as they are, without any concept, words, ideas, or thoughts. Without sati or mindfulness, you cannot see things as they are, to understand what is going on in life within the moment. Use the sati or silent mind before the knowing to meditate and awaken to the three universal characteristics of nature and to develop the insight knowledge needed to free the mind. See clearly that all phenomena are natural conditions arising upon contact of mind with their respective sense spaces. Also see how upon contact, consciousness and all its seven universals, mental concomitants, come to be, and through ignorance, contact conditions craving, leading to all the grasping and clinging, etc., that causes one suffering when wisdom or yoniso manasikara, wise attention, is not there at the moment of sense experience. Then one will come to understand clearly how thoughts arise due to response to memories and how one grabs and clings to all these memories via our mental perceptions and thinking that condition our emotional negativity and fear, leading to all the suffering and miseries in life. And because of delusion, you take them as very real and give them meaning, hence arising your grasping and clinging. In actual fact, there is no one to see, to think, to feel, to grasp and cling. All these are due to one's wrong view or sakayaditi, self-delusion, because one still cannot see their condition arising nature, to insight into the three universal characteristics of nature, anicca, dukkha, and anatta. The human being, that is, the first aspect of our five aggregates of form and mind, is only a vehicle and a tool, karmically conditioned by our karmic nature for us to use and live this segment of our life, and it is not a permanent, unchanging entity that you can call me and the I, because it is not you. When you see this clearly, you can truly awaken. We have taken birth and died over for so many countless lives. So, which of these countless numbers of segmented life is you? None. So do awaken to this truth with right view and wisdom. Then we will understand the secret of life, and we will know how to truly live life without having to worry about life anymore. 1.2. Does realization happen during or out of meditation? Question 1. This wisdom or realization, does it happen during or out of meditation? Brother Teal, it can happen anytime as long as one is heedful, which means constantly meditative and ever mindful, and be the steadfast one as explained by the Buddha via his Dhammapada verse 23. Never crave or desire or expect it to happen, because the craving, desire, and expectations are thoughts that will prevent one from awakening to the state of enlightenment, which is beyond thought to see things as they are. Silence the mind completely and be patient to cultivate the 4 foundations of mindfulness as taught by the Buddha via sati or the silent mind. Then only can one awaken. When you are out of the formal meditation and yet you are still heedful most of the time, then you can also awaken to the truth. That is, as long as you are heedful. Awakening can happen anytime. You can realize it via any of the first, second, or third turning of the 4 noble truths. But if you are heedless, you are as if dead spiritually. Hence, no way to awaken, as confirmed by the Buddha via his Dhammapada verse 21. 1.3. What is it that we must be aware? Question 2. When we say we must be constantly aware, what is it that we must be aware of? Brother Theo. Awareness is before the knowing, so there is nothing for you to be aware of technically. It is just awareness before the labeling or perception and words. That is, mind in silent awareness to see things as they are before the arising of the aggregates of form and mind to interpret and give meaning to them. Just the mind and phenomena in harmony and perfect synchronization before the knowing. So don't go and note anything or look for the phenomena, but instead just silence your mind and allow the phenomenon to tell you their characteristics via the silent awareness to awaken to the 3 universal characteristics of all phenomena. This is the reason for the Buddha's instruction on cultivating anapanasati, mindfulness of the in and out breath. Breathing in aware and breathing out aware. That is, just an awareness of the in and out breath. The breath and mind move as one, in perfect harmony and synchrony without thought and at ease. In the seeing, there is only the seeing consciousness, no one to see, because it is just the pure consciousness or awareness before the knowing that arises naturally upon contact of mind with the eye as the organ, like the physics experiment analogy of the light bulb, battery, and the switch. So similarly, when you are aware, there is no one to be aware of anything, because it is just awareness, that is, the silent mind and the phenomenon as one, without thought to perceive anything. Equanimity means non-duality, seeing things as they are, with yoniso manasikara, wise attention at the moment of sense experience, is the key to enlightenment, because only through wisdom and understanding can the mind be free. The nature's law that governs all of life and existence, especially the law of karma, is very complex. So without wisdom, it is very difficult to cope with life. Thinking can become a habitual tendency when we lack mindfulness and wisdom. And because of our rather conditioned views and opinions, we tend to develop a lot of negative thoughts via habitual tendencies. As we understand, wrong thoughts are thoughts that condition our fear, worries, anxiety, suffering and miseries, etc. As such, they should be abandoned via right effort and wisdom. We can apply the Kalama Sutta as advice, not only as advice given to us, but also to our thoughts. Hence, whatever advice given to us in order to know whether we should follow it or not, the Buddha said to the Kalamas at that time that they should reflect and contemplate as follows to find out: if I follow their advice, will it cause suffering and misery to others and to me? If not, then we can try it out. Otherwise, abandon it. So, if it is applied to our own thoughts, then we will know how to abandon all the wrong thoughts and develop only the right and wholesome thoughts via the four right efforts as described in the Noble Eightfold Path. Without wisdom, thought is always egoic. With wisdom, we can see all this. That is, we see the limitation of thoughts and how thoughts divide through words like race, religion, gender, nationality, and views and opinions, relationship, etc., to bring about all the conflict, misunderstanding, argument, jealousy, and envy, leading to all the enmities and war. With wisdom, we will see clearly that it is only thought and the form and mind arguing. They are only aggregates of mind and not you. Like the analogies given by the Buddha to the five aggregates, feeling is like a bubble, because feeling and sensations always arise and pass away from moment to moment. Perception is like a mirage, only a mental image. Sankhara is like a banana tree stem, because layer after you peel, at the center or core, it is empty, which is similar to your thoughts or thinking. They always arise and pass away, and very quickly they are dead and gone, hence empty, only thoughts. Then consciousness is like a great magician or illusionist, creating all the illusions to delude you. Living beings should inquire deep into why the Buddha said, Sabbe Sankara Anicca and Sabbe Sankara Dukkha and Sabbe Dhamma Anatta, to understand its deep meaning. Sankhara is only mental activities or thought, so how come they have the power to delude you and cause you so much suffering and misery? It is because via ignorance and delusion, you give it power to torment you without your knowing. With wisdom, we can see all this clearly, and we can come to understand that things are just the way they are, and that everything that we come to perceive through our mind are all conditions arising, causal phenomena, and they are all manifestation of mind or mental images only, hence not so real, and not what we think. So don't grasp, don't cling, and don't give it meaning via delusion, otherwise they will torment you. The essential Buddha as taught by the Buddha are the Apamada Vaga, Dhammapada verses on heedfulness.
Dhammapada verse 21, 22, 23, short form.
Yeah. Number 2, the Four Noble Truths, the Noble Eightfold Path, the 5 hindrances of mind, and the 5 spiritual faculties. Number 3, the 3 evil roots of greed, hatred, and delusion, the 5 daily contemplations. Number 4, right view with regards to the law of karma, the 4 noble truths, and the 12 links. And they must be clearly understood in order to progress along the path of Dharma. The reason being, when I first came out to share the Buddha Dharma during the year 2004, I thought what living beings need was the Dharma. But after I started, I come to realize that very few could really understand the true Buddha Dharma, because at the time, their basic understanding of the essential Dharma, as taught by the Buddha, was still not there. So when I contemplated on it, the inquiry on how can living beings develop the understanding of the true Dharma, then this understanding comes to me. This is the reason why nowadays I reverse the teaching to focus on the essential Dharma first before teaching the true Dharma to new people. We are not able to be aware of the silence of nature because of the phenomenal world. Our mind is so clouded by thoughts, the vibrations and the activities of mind that thoughts create. This is the reason why most of you can only perceive the silence of nature only in the middle of the night, when everything is very quiet via the essence of mind. Consciousness creates the world, and the continents and the universe. The knower becomes the living being. Via ignorance and delusion, the knower grabs onto the form and mind, thinking that it is real, and they are hence becoming the traveler in space and time, wandering in samsara, following the law of karma. Certain Dharma books talk about it, talk about be with the knower. Actually, there's no knower or any atta at all. There's only awareness. Like the Buddha explained, in the seeing, it is only the seeing consciousness, and there's no one to see. Everything is condition arising, and they always arise and passing away, following nature's conditions. Hence, just be aware and don't get involved. That's why the mind that has wisdom will not stir. Thoughts are just thoughts. They are neither good or bad because it depends on the user of thoughts. And if the user of thoughts have wisdom, then thoughts become right thoughts, and they are so beautiful. Use thoughts appropriately. We are arising only right and wholesome thoughts. Right thoughts bring about harmony and wholesomeness, whereas wrong thoughts are thoughts that condition your fear, worries, anxiety, suffering, and misery. When we are born with these 5 aggregates of form and mind via our karma, we must understand that it is just a vehicle and tool for us to use and live life. The body is like our physical tool or vehicle that can take us around, and the mind is our mental tool for us to use to live and experience life in the here and the now. Together we call it a human being, which we think is a permanent and unchanging entity that we can grasp onto as the me and the I, hence the delusion. When we develop the pure awareness-based meditation to connect to our true nature or true mind and awaken to the truth to see the unreality of this form and mind, then we can understand clearly what this form and mind is. Then there is no more sakayaditi or self-delusion. With this wisdom connected to this form and mind, the form and mind is then no more deluded, hence it will not grasp anymore, thereby freeing the mind from all suffering. It will have the enlightenment factor of equanimity within, hence no more stirring of the mind to be afflicted again. It will be at peace with all things. It will know how to live life and no more delusion to worry about life anymore, because you have clearly understood that these 5 aggregates of form and mind of this segmented life of yours as a human being is not you. This is the ultimate understanding. Important notes. Number 1. The 4 important supports needed to develop the proper awareness-based meditation are relax, aware, 24 hours, and trust. Number 2. When the heart area cannot open up, it is very difficult to progress along the path of Dharma, so the bowing and the reverential salutation to develop the Saddha, Virya, and Sati spiritual faculties to open up our heart area to make it sensitive to receive the spiritual energies needed to connect to our nature within is very important. Number 3, just relax, aware, and silence your mind to develop the heedfulness, then you will progress along the path of Dharma naturally, following Dhammapada verses 21, 22, and 23. Number 4, Dhammapada verse 21. Heedfulness is the path to the deathless. Heedlessness is the path to the death. The heedful do not die. The heedless are as if dead. All conditioned things are impermanent, non-self and empty, anatta. Therefore, strive on with heedfulness, apamada sampadeta, as advised by the Buddha.
Apamadena sampadeta. Apamadena.
Apamadena sambadeta, as advised by the Buddha, and do not be heedless. Without sati or mindfulness, you cannot be heedful, for sati is life.
Okay, good. Thank you. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, we end. 6 o'clock. Those on 5 precepts, you can go and have your meal. Those who want to have some liquid food, you can also go.